We're going to begin with President Trump on policing in America. After 3 weeks of protests calling for change, President Trump in an emotional meeting behind closed doors with families of victims. And then the president in the Rose Garden today signing an executive order recommending restricting chokeholds to be used only if an officer's life is in danger, but not a mandatory ban. He said police departments should share abuse complaints about officers. The president also insisting, quote, Americans want law and order, adding some of them don't even know that's what they want. But with protests across this country, the president did not address racism in America and what the families who met with the president said afterward. Our chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl, leading us off tonight.
The president's speech today in the Rose Garden started out as a plea for unity.
To all of the hurting families, I want you to know that all Americans mourn by your side. Your loved ones will not have died in vain.
But the president quickly turned to tough talk about law and order.
Americans want law and order. They demand law and order. Some of them don't even know that's what they want, but that's what they want.
The event was called for the president to sign an executive order the White House billed as an effort to address the issues raised by the protests across the country in the wake of the killing of George Floyd. But the president spent most of his remarks defending law enforcement.
But I strongly oppose the radical and dangerous efforts to defend, dismantle, and dissolve our police departments. Americans know the truth. Without police, there is chaos.
His opponent, Joe Biden, says he doesn't support defunding the police either. Before the event, the president met privately for at least an hour with several black families whose loved ones were killed by police, including Botham Jean and Ahmaud Arbery, who was shot to death after being chased down by a retired officer. But when it came time to sign the executive order, the president was surrounded by 9 law enforcement officials, only one of them black. The order makes no mention whatsoever of racism in policing. In his remarks, the president insisted that the problem of misconduct is limited to a very small number of police officers.
I use the word tiny. It's a very small percentage, but you have them.
The executive order encourages local police departments to follow higher standards on use of force and de-escalation, and to report instances of police misconduct to a national registry. The president also suggested his order bans chokeholds.
As part of this new credentialing process, chokeholds will be banned, except if an officer's life is at risk.
But the order does not require police to stop using chokeholds. Lee Merritt, who represents some of the families who met with the president today, says it's not enough.
Well, the executive order takes incremental steps, and we need radical change.
The news on police reform today. Let's get right to John Karl, because, John, I know there's another breaking headline as we're on the air tonight. Just a short time ago, the Department of Justice filing a civil lawsuit to try to stop the publication of President Trump's former National Security Advisor John Bolton's new memoir. That book set to be out next week.
David, this lawsuit from the administration says that Bolton's book is, quote, rife with classified information, and that if it is published, it will damage American national security. Bolton's lawyer dismisses that, saying there is no classified information in the book. There is only information that is embarrassing to the president. It is unclear when this will be resolved, but this could very quickly go all the way to the Supreme Court. And, of course, Bolton's book is due to be published a week from today.
A week from today, John, thank you. We should mention that our Martha Raddatz landed the first interview with John Bolton about his memoir and what he says he witnessed in the White House. The 1-hour special this Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, with Martha right here.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.